Hi there, today you join me in the kitchen and I'm going to be checking out this Neff single electric oven, model number B1ACE4HN0B. It's packed full of amazing functions. Come and check it out. First thing to note today is I'm going to be checking out the stainless steel option of this Neff electric oven. Now, we say stainless steel as an option, but in reality it's got just as much of the glossy black as it's got of the brushed stainless steel. This 71 litre capacity oven is Energy A rated, so that means you're not going to be wasting loads of money when you're slow roasting those dinners on a Sunday afternoon. Also got bags of cooking options. In fact, it's got 8 different cooking options, which I'll talk to you about a bit later, as well as an LED screen, a built-in self-timer, and child lock as well. So it's got every single thing you can ask for within an oven. Inside, it's got no less than 4 shelving options, and one of the shelves that you get with the oven is also the ability of a sliding shelf, which means you can slide it out with your food still on the shelf, able to check it, turn it over, do what you need to do, and then slide it straight back in and close the door. That means then that you're not letting too much of the heat escape. In terms of measurements, this measures 59.5 by 59.4 and the depth is 54.8. Therefore, it's a standard 600 width cupboard size. And this oven could also go eye level or, like myself, below worktop level. So if we take a look inside the oven, first thing to notice is it's bottom hinged. It's also double glazed, meaning that way then you keep all of the heat in. Equally, the back glaze can easily be removed simply by taking off this top part and removing the back glass panel. That way then you're able to clean both panels and make sure that if there were any splats or spills that have accidentally got inside, you know you can have a clean glass fronted oven just like the day you bought it. Inside, also included, you've got 2 grill racks as well as the all important drip tray for catching those lovely juices when you're cooking that Sunday roast and making the perfect gravy. The drip tray also doubles up as your grilling tray to make sure then that all those important snacks such as cheese on toast or crispy bacon can be cooked accordingly without any of the fat dripping down and going into your oven. Now if I just take the grill tray out of the way, as I mentioned earlier, one thing that really benefits this oven is the slide out tray. This is one of the perfect things for just having a quick look at what you're cooking before sliding it straight back in and closing the door, keeping all of that heat inside that oven. Closer look inside of the oven, you'll notice the insides are ceramic coated. This is Neff's EcoClean technology, which means splats and spills are absorbed into the sides and means that there's no hard stains or no need to use any abrasive cleaners. What simply happens is that the stains are absorbed in and any residual food is then burnt away in the normal cooking process. All you need to clean this oven is just some soapy water using some washing up liquid and some normal standard water. In fact, to make it even easier for you, Neff even have an EcoClean function, which involves you putting some soapy water into the bottom of your oven, turning on the EcoClean function, leaving it for around 30 minutes where the steam will evaporate any burnt on or stubborn stains on the sides, using you just to come along and wipe them off with a simple cloth and dry up the process afterwards. It's almost a piece of cake. Now I've just angled the camera slightly up just so you can appreciate the large grilling element in the top of this oven. Some standard ovens would just have a small grilling element inside in the middle part of the oven, whereas this one grills all the way to the end, meaning that rather than having to cook, let's say, 2 rounds of toast at once, you can actually get 4, maybe even 8 rounds of toast in the grilling process. Really does make a difference and saves you that time in the kitchen. Now alongside both the slide out shelf and Neff's Easy Clean EcoClean technology, Neff have also introduced what's called CircoTherm Technology. Now CircoTherm Technology draws in the hot air through the fan whilst heating it back up and drawing it back out into this oven cavity, circling around in a circular motion, meaning that every single shelf is cooked evenly as well as meaning that there's no transfer of flavours either. It really is something magic. So if you take a closer look at all the different functions available on this Neff single oven, and let's just see if, just like me, you can be amazed as well. The first function to look at is the rapid heating. This is the ability to rapidly heat your oven cavity up to the required temperature to allow you to start the cooking process. Now, it's important to note that this process only works ensuring that things like the drip tray are not currently in the oven. That way then, the oven is able to circulate the heat at a quicker rate than what it'd normally be. Next up is your CircoTherm hot air function. Now, as discussed earlier, CircoTherm means that heat is evenly distributed around the oven, meaning everything cooks just right and no mixing of any flavours. So this is probably the main function you use on a day-to-day basis. Next up is your CircoTherm gentle function. Now, this is an intelligent cooking function that's perfect for cooking succulent meats or ensuring moist cakes stay as they are intended. And now what this does is it turns the oven on and off during the process and uses the residual heat which is inside the oven to keep a stable temperature and to mean that your meats stay more succulent. It also saves energy as well, so it could be a winner in my eyes. Now, the next function is your pizza CircoTherm. Mamma mia! This means that heat is taken from the bottom of the oven and risen up, and therefore your base stays a lot crispier and cooks well, whilst the topping remains nice and juicy and as intended. Ballistic. Round to the other side, you've got your interior light. You've also got top and bottom heating. Now, this is perfect for baking, which means that heat is taken from the top and the bottom of the cavities as opposed to circulating around. That way then, your cakes can stay moist in the middle and nice and golden on the top and the bottom. I can smell a Victoria sponge right now. Next up is the Circo roasting function. Now, this is mainly for roasting poultry, fish and large pieces of meat. And the way it works is the grill heating element and the fan switch on and off alternatively, and the fan circulates the hot air around the food, meaning it's both golden and cooked inside as well. Next up, you've also got your grill function. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this isn't just a middle grill, this is a large wide based grill, meaning you can cook up to 8 pieces of toast on just one grill pan. Perfect for a large family, or even perfect just for some cheeky teas on toast in the evening. Finally, you've got the easy clean function. As mentioned earlier, this involves putting just a small amount of water and some washing up liquid into the base of the oven, turning the settings on, leaving the timer to count down itself, and what that will do is it will gently loosen any stubborn stains or cooked on food on the sides to allow you to then just wipe off with a cloth. Easy and simple. No need for any abrasive cleaners, scouring pads, no nothing. Just easily wiping off on those ceramic surfaces. Perfect for busy lifestyles and busy families. So, that's the different cooking functions. Let's take a closer look at the LED panel on this Neff single oven. First thing to note is that it displays the time for your convenience. Also built into this though is a timer function, simply accessed by pressing the clock button and then moving your left and right arrows to increase or decrease the timer function. Once ready, the timer will begin to count down, and if you wanted to change it or increase it at any point, you can simply just hold on to it or decrease it accordingly. So if we take a look at the full panel, as you can see, typically with an electric oven, you've got 2 main dials, one being the oven function and the other being the temperature. Another thing that I really love about this is keeping with the nice, shiny, minimalistic look, is the ability to pop both buttons away simply by pushing in and keeping them out of view. So, what are my thoughts on this Neff single electric oven? Well, for a start, I love the slide out shelf. I like the easy clean or eco clean technology. I also like the CircoTherm technology as well, meaning that everything inside is going to be evenly cooked. But I think some of the simpler touches or the little touches are some things that I really appreciate with this oven. So for example, the pop out buttons, I think it really adds a touch of class for a standard oven, and comparing it to something like a Neff really gives you that sense of having a higher quality oven. I also like things like the added functions that you wouldn't typically get with a standard electric oven, such as your pizza cooking option or your rapid heat option. Those are the little things that can really save the time or really make what you're cooking a little bit better than what you've had before. I guess if I was to pick some negatives, I think what I probably would say is the fact that there's no handle for the grill, So if you wanted to use the drip tray as a grill tray, there's no built-in handle or anything like that. You'd simply have to either get an oven glove, or in my case probably a wrapped up tea towel to pull in and out of the grill tray. So a little bit disappointed there. I mean, obviously you can buy additional accessories, but equally for me I would have thought that that is a necessity to include within there. Another thing that I'm not too pleased with is the child lock function. I think it's fantastic that there's a child lock function there, but myself, I'm struggling to even activate the child lock function. It may say a lot about me, but equally I think the instructions don't make it so clear as to how to activate the child lock function. But overall, I think it's a fantastic oven. I've cooked in it probably about 10 times now, and every time it's not let me down. It's given me some juicy joints. It's also heated extremely quick. So thanks for watching my review on this Neff single electric oven. If you've got any comments, please leave them down below. Otherwise, if you do like this video, please remember to give me the thumbs up. It really does help. And until next time, thanks for watching.